Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. It's Tracy and this is another open with me for one of my latest magazines. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and you'll be informed when there are new videos. So I've got a feeling this one is Simply Crochet, but I couldn't see it on the front where the address part was, so because of that piece of paper there. So let's have a little look. Okay, so no, it is Crochet Now. So it shows you what I know. There you go, Crochet Now. So we've got a really super cool jumper. It's Snoopy. Oh, I haven't seen Peanuts for a while. 50% off for Crochet Society. And Stylecroft blanket pack for free if you subscribe, which I subscribed obviously a little bit too early and didn't get. So I think there are a couple of free gifts. There's obviously this very stiff. There's obviously that one. And then trying not to damage this, they use really strong polythene in their packaging. Okay, so there's the magazine. And there is also, my work is not finished, there is a supplement from the West Yorkshire Spinners. Well, I think it is. It might just be an advert. Let's have a look. No, wow. I'm going to pause it for a second, guys, because I think you've had enough seeing me struggle. I'll be back. Well, there you go. I had to get full on Arnie with that, you know, and get it open. So it's Once Upon a Time, 15 Magical Patterns for Your Little Ones by the West Yorkshire Spinners. So we'll put that aside for now and we'll concentrate on the magazine itself. We'll get to the gifts after. So what we have in here today is stylish accessories, new ideas you'll love to try tonight, brand new cowl, expert advice for garments, modern decor inspiration. So we've got this pattern that's quite nice, 5 joyful blankets, lovable toys, and he's pretty cute, or she, it's a bit girly, I suppose, got a pink nose. Mind you, I don't have a pink nose, whatever sex. Never mind if we're getting bogged down with that. Win Swarovski hooks. Swarovski hooks. Now that's a bit interesting for someone who likes a bit of bling. And we've got a pullover with some granny square sleeves. Actually, it looks like a cardigan. There's buttons I can spy there. And learn a new stitch. I don't know if I like that. You know me, I'm not keen on wonky things. I like symmetrical, although it's, you know, kind of goes all the way around. So let's have a little look then. We get past the adverts and the welcome. And we come to the contents page. So we've got the cardie. We've got a little bit of a sampler, you know, like a cross-stitch sampler, but looks like a crocheted one. When life gives you lemons, obviously. And then we've got the baby's makes as it promised. But God, is that a fluffy cushion? Looks like a fluffy cushion. A lot of people don't like working with fluffy yarn, but I don't mind it. Then we've got some blankets and we've got this, I suppose you could say, shawl. I don't like to make assumptions anymore. Often get it wrong. So what's new? We've got a few bits and pieces where you can go and look at different designs and places. And then we've got some, this is the Signet Jelly Baby yarn, which if you watched my Rocks chat, I think it was yesterday, I said I'm going to do my next swatches out of this yarn because it's new. It's a chenille. They've got Jelly Baby and they've also got Jelly Baby Glitz. And I have a couple of balls of those, so I'm going to do my next swatches on that. It's quite chunky yarn. A kawaii crochet garden, so if you want to do that, there's bits that tell you how to get there. There's a book by Melissa Bradley, actually, $15.99. I think books have really gone up lately. I used to sort of think, it's tenner, I don't mind buying that, but they seem to have really shot up lately. I guess everything has, but books certainly have. Price drops and grab bags from Stitch and Story. So just as I said, things have gone up. And so let's go on, shall we? That's just a Stylecraft advert. Show us yours. We've got a Care Bear. Now, Paul, my eldest, his first bear that he really, really loved, he had lots of bears, was a pink rainbow Care Bear that was given to him by my niece, and was inseparable from the pink Care Bear. So, okay, let's move on. Now, we've got this blooming shawl, which is a strange name for it. But if we get a little close-up of the pattern, it kind of looks like bobbles, and they're either bobbles and different coloured stitches, which does look like the case. Yeah, alternate coloured bobbles. That reminds me, that colour, of the blanket that I've just made, and I'm going to do a tutorial for it very soon. Oh, a helter-skelter doorstop. When I first saw it, I thought it was a lighthouse. I suppose, you know, if you didn't put the helter-skelter bit around the edge, this bit, it could be a lighthouse, couldn't it? But I'll show you how to make that. Chevron granny square blanket. That's kind of a nice idea, actually. I like that. Citrus fruit bunting. You're the zest. That's kind of pretty. I've made citrus fruit like that before, but they've been coasters. But it wouldn't take a lot to attach it to a chain, would it, and make it into bunting? Same sort of thing. But I've made that a few times for coasters in the kitchen. Win a year of yarn with the West Yorkshire Spinners, and 50% off of Crochet Society boxes. And there's some hooks there. Look, let's have a look at these. Giving away 2 Knit Pro Symphony rows. Oh, I've tried the Knit Pro Symphonies and I didn't get on with them. I gave them away in the end, did a giveaway on them. I did a review, but I didn't get on with them. I found they really split the yarn a lot, so I wasn't impressed. So we've got the Bella Coco Chronicles, and she's got a square on here that you can make. I've seen this granny square so many times, though, by other people, so it's not... It's not that exclusive, if you know what I mean. It's been around a long while, but nevertheless, a nice one. A blooming birdhouse. I kind of like this. That's sweet. That'd look nice in the garden, but it'd get a bit bedraggled. So if you had a conservatory, a garden room, for want of a better word, then you could do that. And it's got a chart that shows you how to make your panels and sections. If you didn't want to do it the same, you could adapt it. That's a side view of it. That's just an advert for Karen. It's not in here. So the chunky bobble blanket. Now, that was the one on the front cover, and I quite like that, I must admit. That yeah, I've done hearts in this kind of bobble before. That's all, I think. I was doing a heart blanket for somebody and made lots and lots of them, but there's a chart for this as well if you need it. And this is When Life Gives You Lemons. It just says frame, but to me it reminds me of cross stitch sampler. And there's a chart if you want to learn to do it, or if you wanted to do it on a cushion or something, you could adapt it. That one there is another advert. Piece of cake. So it's just it's quite textured though. I did one very similar to this once before, but obviously I didn't choose this kind of colouring. But yeah, all different textured squares, and then put them together. I did it knitted as well once, long time ago. So this is subscribe to Crochet Now. Free yarn bundle to take part in the cowl. Oh, okay, that's the cowl. And you get 16 balls of yarn. So it's obviously Stylecraft, and you'll get that free if you subscribe. Then you can make the cowl, which is this textured square blanket. So this is where you go and the code you need to do that if you want to. So we've got 3 months at $19.49. We got 13 issues for $77.99. But if you get the gift for 3 months, that's well worth it, isn't it? Just for 3 months. That's if you do. I'm sure you would. So this is the Jelly Bean cardigan, and it looks better like this. When you see it just showing the sleeves off, it doesn't look so nice, but it looks better like this. And those panels, they look like they're made kind of, rather than like this, they're made like this. So a little bit different from the row after row of crochet going that way. It's going that way instead. The only thing I'm not keen on, and I'll come to a reason for it in a minute, is the sleeves being puffy and then coming down to a cuff. They're very baggy. And I was going to make a hexagon cardigan and do a tutorial for it, but I don't like the way the arms look. So if I'm going to do it, then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to like taper that somehow. So when I've figured a way, then we'll see. I might just, see they're just baggy and then they go into this cuff. I've never been keen on baggy sleeves and leg of mutton sleeves and stuff like that. I like them to be a bit shaped. King Cold cotton socks. Now I've not 4-ply yarn for socks, obviously. Now I've not seen that one before. This is cute, a Melba tea cozy, but I don't know anybody who uses a teapot anymore. I guess there are a lot of people, aficionados, and like their leaves. But a lot of people would buy an infuser, whether they'd have a teapot. But it reminds me of my mum when I was younger and the tea cosy. She would make a pot and it would get more and more stronger. And then she would just, it was like stewed by the end of it. My mum liked her tea strong. I hated it. This is the Criss Crass blanket. Criss Crass. I wonder why it's called that. Because her name is Blazenka Smith-Borough, not Chris. Oh well. It's pretty though. I like the texture, and it's not wholey and it's not row after row of UK treble, US double, which you all by now know I loathe. Mooring the cow. Mooring? It's a strange name. Mooring. I don't know. It's a cow anyway. It's a pretty cow. That's just an advert, so we won't look too closely into that. This is the sherbet poncho. They're kind of big squares, aren't they, for a little baby? But easy to make, dead easy. My mum used to have me making ponchos loads when I was a kid. The funny thing is I've not made a single one as an adult. No matter, even if they're in fashion, I've bought ponchos, but I've never done it. I've never made one as an adult. I made lots as a young person, but I think maybe I was all ponchoed out or something. I don't know. Stuck together, big advert. Kerry's Journal, lemon cupcake. Oh, are we going to make a cupcake? I suppose it's less fattening than the real type. Geozing wrap. So with geometrical designs in a wrap. That's kind of different. Not sure I'd choose those colours, but you know, it's kind of different if you're into that kind of geometrical design. So we've got a fluffy lemon cushion. And this is the one, well, a lot of people don't like using fluffy yarn, especially for crochet. Can't feel where the stitch is. Now I find it, I can just judge by the size. You know, I kind of look, that's the area of my stitch, go in it, and it's usually right. And I can feel it. But some people like to put a strand of normal yarn alongside it, and then it makes it a lot more obvious. So if you struggle with fluff and you want to give it a go, try that. Or I just find it easier to kind of judge. So we got your crochet community and the shop of the month, which is the feature they do. And the usual free hook that I never go for. Now this is the Citria shrug. There's an awful lot of things that imply citron and lemons in this, but that doesn't look anything like that kind of thing. Now this is one of those shrugs where you just have mega baggy and it's a bit rounded. I had one of these once, so I was trying it on in a shop because I was going out and Gary went, no, I don't like it. So I never bothered with that. Now this looks interesting, doesn't it? Find a local shop, knittingfever.com, and they're all kind of interchangeable knitting needles. And we've got the book club. They reviewing a book. This month we're adding a splash of colour to our wardrobe with Sandra Gutierrez' new book, Colourful Crochet Knitwear. So although this is a crochet magazine, we've got an awful lot of references to knitting. And this is the Aliac pullover, and well, that's kind of nice. It looks knitted, doesn't it? But it's crocheted. Yeah, that's really nice. It has the look of knitting, doesn't it? Don't you think? But it is crocheted. I think that might be a bit tough, guys, if you're a beginner. But we should have a chart or two. There they are. Show you how to do them. If you want to stretch yourself, might be one to do. That's the back. Doesn't it look splendid? Wow. Splendid. So, tropical twist baskets. Now, it kind of reminds me of your heart rate, you know, doo-doo, doo-doo. In a way, a little bit of an ECG tracer. But it's different, I guess. But I kind of like symmetrical things, although it kind of repeats, so it is. I'm not sure, the jury's out on that one. But it's made with Aran yarn and a 4.5mm hook, so it makes it nice and tight and gives it a bit of shape. But a lot of people, I've noticed, are putting bases, you know, cutting a circle with something or making their baskets around a wooden base. So it holds it a bit more sturdily. I've kind of seen that a lot lately. Otherwise, they do tend to collapse in on themselves a little bit, these. But I've got one I've made, and I've just got bits of odds and ends of yarn in it, odd balls, which I end up every now and then just purging and throwing away because I'm never going to use them. So this is the segment shawl. Now, this is kind of interesting. It's not a shawl. It's a wrap, because shawls tend to... I think of them as pointy things, but I like that. I like that because that is unusual. Isn't that cool? I like it. Wow. Good idea there, Cassie Ward. I like it. Very, plays with your eyes a little, you know, when those designs that catch your eye and it moves. But I like it anyway. Standard abbreviations, always in there. In the next issue, we've got 3 Bella Coco crochet hooks, and that reminds me, I was asked by my subscribers to do a review of the Bella Coco crochet hooks that I have, and I haven't done it yet. But then again, I'm supposed to have been doing a review of the tulip hooks that I've been using for about a year and a half, and I haven't done that either. I'm a bit behind with that sort of thing, but I definitely will get onto it. So I like this adorable amigurumi there. We've got a sweater that's short sleeved. And we've got a grommet cushion. You know what? Although it says cushion, I'd be tempted to fill that with beans and have it as a doorstop. Boho blankets. Blog stars. And then we've got a granny square kind of shawl wrap. And that's the end of the magazine. So let's put that to one side and see the Snoopy cool jumper, which is pretty nice. I do like that. Remember Snoopy, guys? Did you ever watch that? There we got so if you wanted to, you could make it into a blanket, a cushion, anything you want. You don't have to make it into this at all. I like it when they do that, when they put a chart in. So it shows you how to make it all, and that's a really decent pattern. I like that. So let's see what the West Yorkshire Spinners Once Upon a Time 15 magical patterns for your little ones look like. Straight away, we've got a poncho. And we've got a poncho for Teddy, by the looks of it. And I can't get the pages apart. Is that one? Yeah. Okay. He's super cute, isn't he? This little guy. So we're going to be making those bits and pieces as well. And these. There's his bear. Wow. So we've got a really cool little blanket. We've got a pullover with a boat on it. We've got a pinafore dress. That's nice. There's lots of good stuff in here. I quite like it. And we've got the 3 little pigs. I guess the big bad wolf doesn't look very big or bad. A turtle? Tortoise? Stegosaurus? Stegosaurus. Yeah, I definitely think it's a steggy. I'm not very good at it when I see it. Whenever I see crochet animals, it takes me a while to figure out what they actually are. It's just... I think it's just me. I kind of look at it and think, what the heck is it? But try not to insult anyone, but what is that? Anyway, bear's kind of cute. Little crochet poncho is kind of cute. This little guy is super cute. It reminds me of Macaulay Culkin. So this is the children's jumper and hat on this particular pages. And then we've got Wish Upon a Star, bear's jumper and hat. What I like about this is there's boys stuff in here. Usually it's all girly and it's so good to see some boys stuff. And we've got the star in a chart, which is really good. I like the charts. Do love a chart. And then we've got the teddy bear that goes with him. So this is Bo Peep Luxury Yarn. This is actually just showing off their yarns. Where's Yorkshire Spinners, after all, do yarn. And they're the new shades. So then we've got the poncho, which is the style of poncho I've made many, many times when I was young. My mum had them knocking them out like you wouldn't believe. And things that you wear over your bikini or over a shirt. And shawls, we made those, and blankets, of course. We made those lots. I made a bikini as well to go with the thing that wrapped over. So yeah, my mum had me making lots of those sort of things as well as baby clothes. So, and the funny thing is, all those things that I made tons of when I was young, I tend to not make anymore. So this is the miniature version for the bear's poncho, which is kind of cute. And then we've got the subscription offer again. So 3 issues for £9 on here. Isn't that weird? Then only $17.99 for 3 months. But this, I guess, will be without that offer of the free yarn pack. But isn't it odd how you get 3 issues for £9 or 3 issues for $17.99 on the other book, which is the same kind of pack? Roger, the rainbow stegosaurus, he was a steggy after all. I like him. And Gemma had a thing for dinosaurs for Tyler, so that would be a good one to make. Now, I really like this. I'm not very keen on massive holy things, but I do like this one. It's a ship wheel blanket. I like that. It's kind of cute. And there we've got the jelly jumper. So it's got a jellyfish on the front. I'm not really sold on the jellyfish motif, but the jumper's okay. It's not bad. Crocheting for babies. A bit of a top tips for crocheting for babies. And then we've got the 3 Little Pigs storybook. And we've got how to make the piggies, if you wanted to do that. And the huff and puff, blow your house down. I've even got the house. Oh, this is kind of cute, isn't it? Like a pocket shawl. And you can put your little characters in. That's kind of sweet. And then there's obviously like the houses. Are they the pockets? They are. We've got one as a tree, but you can do these for the pockets. I like it. Good idea, that. And there's the piggies, front and back. There's the wolf. So these pages are dedicated to making that. The pinafore dress is nice, and the reason for that is it's not row after row of enormous crochet trebles or double crochets in the US. So it's nice, it's tight, it's kind of cute. I like that. Although the bib is a different stitch. This one here, this looks like it's knitted, doesn't it? So what's it done with? Hard to say. Looks like it's not done with slip stitches, is it? No, double crochets. But they're very, very tight. Looks like a knitting. Anyway, nice. I like it. Child's pinafore and crown. So you get to make the little crown as well. Kids do love things for their head. And now you can make one for the bear. So bear's pinafore and crown as well. So the bear will match her. And here it is. Picture of them together. There, look. So there we've got all the abbreviations, hook conversions, and all the things you normally find in the magazines. So, what do you think? Actually, I've got to pick them up from the floor. Bear with me a sec. I think this is a pretty good magazine this time round with the gifts. Not to forget Snoopy as well. Pretty decent. I like it. Lots to offer in this one. and offers as well, which is great. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.